Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching KUTV Kenya. The show is Art and Culture Monday at 51 minutes past 7 a.m. And we are ready. We are ready to start our first launch of the day. And I am not alone. I am joined by another beautiful, brainy lady that is already on set. She came early, by the way. I think she's an early bird. We're going to have that discussion right about now. But she is already here. So let's do this. Good morning. How are you?
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
I am okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want you to say hi to our audience. Tell us wewe ni nani, alafu we jump right in. So on this camera.
Good morning. My name is Wanjiru Thuku. I am a wife to one husband, a mom to 3 boys, an author, a poet, a blogger, and a content creator.
Yes. So you wear many hats.
Yes, I do.
I like it. I like it. But the one that brought you here today is a writer.
Yes.
And I love that. But let's not jump ahead of ourselves. How is your morning?
My morning is awesome. It's
Are you
great.
Are you a morning person?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. You guys are my people. So I like it here already. Let's start with what interested you into the whole, because blogging, vlogging, writing, they are in like the same spectrum. So what introduced you, or what interested you in communication? Can I say communication?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say, first of all, it's my love for writing. I just love creating stuff in terms of written content.
Yes.
And that's, I would say, is what interested me into writing a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did that start earlier on, like in your high school days, your primary school days, or campus?
In my primary school days.
In your primary school days.
Yes,
so
yes.
You used to write, like, did you used to write short stories, or give, tell people stories, or how did it come to be?
I was mostly a poet.
Yes.
I did a lot of performances, in school performances.
Yes.
I also did my compositions were also really good.
Yes.
I was also good in grammar, and I think that's where we are here.
The love started.
Yes,
Wow,
yes,
I love that. I would imagine you are one of those compositions that used to be read back to us in class.
For sure, sure.
You guys should learn how to write like Wanjiru. I can imagine probably that is what was happening. So then you cleared high school and you went to campus. What did you pursue in campus?
I went to Presbyterian University. I studied journalism and mass communication. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you after high school you made the decision to pursue mass communication.
Yes, I did.
Did you know what it was about? Because I feel like some of us think it is one thing, like mass communication is about being a host or reading the news. Or what specifically did you want to do in mass communication?
Exactly that.
Yes.
Like what you do, Karen.
Yes.
I loved, there was one anchor, his name was Ken Waribora.
Yes.
I used to tell my mom, someday I really want to be like him, because I loved how he did his news anchorage.
Yes.
And I really hoped I would be that someday. I never did, but at least I have done something to, to show that I love my English.
I like that. So do you feel like going to an international university definitely put you in a good place?
Of course it did. It did, because you find that in most of these campuses, they focus on your talent.
Yes.
And we also used to have a lot of competitions in poetry. Again, I did a lot of that.
Yes.
And of course, a lot of content creation. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then you cleared high school and you got into poetry or book writing.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I like that. Since clearing campus, which I have to assume has been a number of years, what have you been working on now until we went to the dawn of fortune?
After clearing campus, I focused on poetry. Actually, poetry I think is my main thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I ended up with the dawn before a poetry book.
Yes.
But of course I did a lot of that and a lot of content creation for websites.
Yes.
To date, that's what I also do as a part-time thing for me. And the dawn of fortune came alive. Yeah.
Okay, so by saying you do website content for companies, that is corporate, like, so that is corporate writing.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am asking that for probably a mass communication student who is out there and they're wondering, I've not yet gotten a show to anchor, I'm not reading the news, that there are so many other opportunities that they can be able to indulge themselves in and actually make money. Like what Wanjiru has just said, writing for corporate organizations. All these organizations are looking for creatives who can be able to put their content in websites in a creative manner. So, okay, I like that. I hope that you guys are learning a thing or two about that. So, you are also a blogger.
Yes, I am.
Yes, what do you blog about?
I have a soft spot for health content. So that's what I mostly write about.
Yes.
But once a writer, always a writer.
Yes.
You can be tasked into anything and you'll work on it.
Yes.
So I can work on about anything, but I really do have a soft spot for health content.
For health content.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you're checking out all health matters, Wanjiru will probably be the right person to look for. So this means because you are not a health expert or specialist, this means you usually do your research and then write about.
It's mostly. It's a lot of research for any kind of writer. You have to research a lot, read a lot, and of course approach the right people. Because for me, I am not a medic myself.
Yes.
The most I can do is research.
Yes.
So what I do, I approach the professionals.
Yes.
If, for instance, we're talking about a gynecological issue, I will approach a doctor.
Yes.
For instance, Dr. Odawa.
Yes.
These are the people I look for because they know more about the industry, which I do not.
Yes.
Because there are new things that come up every other day. And these people have the know-how. They get the information on the get-go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you look for people like them, then ask them a couple of questions, do your research, and then put together a blog.
Yes, just have to stitch together what they give you.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of research, like I said, you have to do. And then, of course, not everything that's on the internet is believable.
Exactly.
So you have to consult them after researching and getting the content that I need, get to these people, check if the information is actually credible before putting it out there for people to read. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. What is the name of your blog, or where you usually post your blogs?
My blog is probizhealth.com, although right now is down for some technical issues.
Yes.
It will be up really soon.
Yes, exactly. So if you are looking for credible information about health, and I know the point of a writer is to give you an interesting, a whole interesting blog on, like, for example, gynecology issues. So you guys should definitely check her out. I hope that will be up and running very soon. So let's get to Dawn of Fortune. One, you've said you don't understand how you put together a novel before you put poetry book.
Yeah.
So how did that happen though?
First of all, Dawn of Fortune started way back in 2006. I was in high school.
Yes.
I was in Form 2. That's when I started writing Dawn of Fortune.
Wow.
So I had this my grammar teacher, Mr. Njeshe.
Yes.
May his soul rest in peace. He loved my composition writing. So there are these people who will really psych you up, telling you you're so good in IT, you're so good in this and that. So he used to tell me, you know what, Wanjiru, you can do something really nice in poetry. You can write about anything.
Yeah.
So he really psyched me up, and I thought, well, I think I can write about a story.
Yes.
I probably can write a book. So the book was quite long. It was 50 pages.
Yes.
So that's how we started.
Yes.
It was 50 pages.
Yes.
And I give it to him to read. Well, he kind of liked it,
Yes.
but after that, I got into campus.
Yes.
And then I was referred to some publishing house.
Yes.
And they were asking for quite a huge chunk of money to publish the book. But I think, they were asking for $500,000 to publish the book. So I think they just looked at the size of the book and felt it's not even a novella.
Exactly, yes.
It's just like a short story.
Yeah.
So because I needed a novel, like what we have today.
Yes.
It's more of a novella, but it's still a novel.
Yes.
So probably they just looked at it, and so we have to do a lot of work with this.
Exactly.
Because again, the grammar it was a bit shady, I would say.
Yes.
Because you see, you're writing in high school.
Exactly.
After I actually read the book, I felt the book did not quite represent me. Because you see, when I was starting the book, I was quite young. I was very young. But
I mean, you
so
were
many
in
years
high
ago, I was in high school.
exactly.
But it was good effort.
Yes.
I would say I would give myself a 5.
Exactly,
Because it was good. It was good effort. Yeah.
True.
Yes.
Wow, I like that. So, of course, half a million made you rethink, you know, the whole thing. Let's get this back to the shelf. You're going to look at it a bit later. So, because this is not 50 pages, what happened?
You know what happened?
Yeah.
First of all, I am a believer.
Yes.
And I am always thankful for every moment.
Yes.
So I'm truly thankful to God that the book was never published. That would not have been my work. I wouldn't be proud of it.
Exactly.
Because somebody would have felt this book is quite, has several pages, not 50 of course.
Exactly.
It's beyond that. So they would have done all the work for me, edited the grammar, made it sound professional, and of course added more content. I would not be proud of it because that would not have been my work. So far I am really, really thankful that it took so much time because Dawn of Fortune, you see the people who say the COVID season has been a blessing to them. I am one of those people.
You're one of those people. I am one of those people. One of COVID blessings.
Yes, yes. Because now the book is a COVID baby.
Yes.
I rewrote the book in 6 months. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. So you put it together. You read the first draft of 50 pages. Then you thought you could make this actually into something better.
No, I actually had to rewrite the whole stuff. Because I read the book and I wondered, am I the person who wrote this? Who did this? You know, because the book couldn't represent me at all. The grammar was quite shallow, and I needed to up my game. So I rewrote the book from page 1, and then of course I added more pages. We have now a big book now. So I rewrote it in 6 months because we were indoors. You remember there was we were shut down. There was a lockdown. So the most I could do with that time, you just ask yourself, you know, these are the times you're very busy doing other stuff, content creation and all that. Then I remembered there was a book I had given to some publishing house. Why can't I work on it? You know? So I had to rewrite the book once again. With the 6 months was quite long because now you're indoors. There's
I mean,
you
can only go inside your book. There was really nowhere to go.
You know, I write for UK and US companies. So by that time, COVID had really overtaken them. You know, so most of these companies, the agents were closed down. So there was little I could do, and the most I could do with my time was write a book. And you did give us a beautiful, beautiful COVID baby, because this is a very even from the looks of it. I don't know if you have a copy of it on the screen. But even the looks of it, it looks relatable. That is the word I am looking for, because I have read many novels. I can tell you that for a fact. Like the book is just drawing you in. So then you got into writing. For a whole 6 months, you put the book together. Now, of course, it was time to go back to the publishers. How did that whole process go? First of all, to somebody looking to write out there, I will advise you. I'm sorry about what I'm about to say, but because it's the truth, you know. Publishing with the big fish in the industry can be quite a hassle. Because publishing with the big, large companies, unless they know you, they will hardly publish your book in good time. I was at the Nairobi Book Fest the other day. There's a lady who was telling me her book had been with a certain big publisher for a whole 9 years. 9 years? Mine was with the publisher for a whole 1 year before I got a response. You understand? So it can be a hassle. For me, at least I knew how the industry could be, because again, it took a whole year, and I was wondering what can be done. But then I remembered there's a friend of mine, his name is Alexander Derito. He has authored 3 books. So I approached him and asked him, Alex, what can I do with my book? Because I needed to be published very soon, because I need to feel the fruits of my work. You know. So he told me, I can help you with that. He explained to me about self-publishing and all that, and I felt it's quite something really nice. And again, of course, the fee is a little down, not what you'll get with publishing with probably the big houses. So it was easy for me, because again, publishing with Alexander, the Websoft Interactive, took 3 weeks to publish the book. But again, like any other publisher will tell you, your work has to be really good for them to publish. Otherwise, if it's not good, it will take so long.
Way longer.
So long, yeah,
yes.
for the book to come out. Yeah.
Wow. So in short, the publishing industry is another tailoring company. You know, the way they keep their... You thought tailoring was bad, publishing might even be worse.
Yeah.
So how can we fasten that process? Like now, like you're saying, we went into self-publishing. Like how can we fasten that process of getting your book out there, getting it published?
First of all, make sure you have done a good job.
Yes.
Next,
from there.
It starts from there. Next, do a good research on who will publish your work. Because again, not every publisher out there will give you a good job.
Yes.
And again, not everybody out there will make it fast for you. So first of all, you'll do your research. And again, of course, I will encourage anybody looking forward to writing out there to have a self-publishing, process.
Yes.
Yeah.
To know exactly how you can go about it if you find yourself in a position where you have to self-publish for yourself.
Yes.
Yes. So, what is the process of self-publishing? Since now you have gone through it,
yes.
like what step by step, what is it? How does it go?
Okay, self-publishing is more of handing your work over to a publisher to go through your work. Of course, edit.
Yeah.
Give it a skeleton. Of course, if it doesn't look so good, they'll keep giving you revisions and all that. Maybe give it to you to revise maybe a certain area and all that, and then they'll also design your cover. Depending on what you want. Yes, that's the whole process.
Exactly.
But again, it's always important to give a good job out there because that's your story. You have to give your story, not somebody else giving your story.
Yes, because if you don't do a good job, which means a lot of editing will be done, and you might not like the end product.
Of course.
So it might not look like the book that you wanted.
The book that you wanted. Yeah. Because how you want to give your story is not the same way I'll give it.
Exactly.
So give it yourself. Let not somebody else do it for you. Yes. Does
this mean when you're given revisions, for example, when someone tells you, no, go through this again, is there room for saying I want this to stay like this and not be able to edit it?
First of all, a publisher must have been in the industry for long, so they know what sells and what doesn't, what sounds like a novel or a poem and all that. They know how it should sound. So before you get a revision, this person has gone through your work. Probably one paragraph or the whole story doesn't make sense, so they'll tell you to go through it again. Apparently for me, I think I did a good job. Of course, it has been years, so I didn't get any revisions with my publisher. Just had to go through the work. Of course, you miss a few nitty-gritties, like an ace might miss, a theme might miss, something like that. So if you're a newbie, if it's your debut book like mine was, the publisher will go through your work. If it doesn't flow, he will tell you or she will tell you. So for you, of course, you want to, your book, before your book goes out there, you need it to really sound good.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay. So it is usually for the purposes of actually even making it better. So if they're telling you this paragraph or there's some missing words here and there, you're just trying to make it as perfect as possible or as close to perfect as possible. Okay, I like that. So then your book came out. When did you have hold your first copy? You're like, they are here.
So I had my first dummy for the book in May, April, May, June. Okay, in May. Because my book launch was on 21st of May at Alliance Français. Yes. So I think I first held my book a week before. And I loved.
Exactly.
Okay, not a week before. It was like a month before. What you see here is not what we had for the dummy.
This
is now where the back and forth comes in. Because for the photo that you see there was black. First of all, we had a different photo for it. And then I felt, no, this is not what I want. I needed something that created a lot of suspense for it. So my publisher gave me three dummies for the cover. There was white, there was something that looked like peach, and there was this black now, but with a different photo in it. I have a deep liking for black for a book, So I picked black, but then again there was a little hitch with the photo. There was a different photo for it. There was something like a ring, That was like, this is too direct. Let's have something maybe like a girl walking away,
Yeah.
and there's somebody holding her, but we cannot tell whether it's a lady or it's a man. So you want to know, who is this holding the girl?
Yeah.
You know, I needed something that created suspense, and I got exactly that. Yeah, so we had the black and white, but then again I felt, no, it is too plain.
Yes.
So again, that's, you know, as a writer, you know what you want.
Yes.
You know what you want. I needed that oomph for the cover, and we got exactly that.
Yeah.
My publisher Alexander Derito did a very good job with that. So for the photo we had to do a lot of editing with it, and we got what I really needed. Looks like a sketch in it. It was a real person, by the way. That was a real person. But right now it looks like a sketch.
Yes, that has been done.
Yes,
true.
yes.
And I like it, like you find it amongst books. You know, you can be able to pick it out because it like you have said, it creates a lot of suspense. You want to know, what is this girl doing? What are they looking like? And then I like that you cannot be able to see their face, you know. So it creates a lot of, it's drawing you in to want to know what is happening around here. And then I think the way you broke the black with a bit of brown right there, I think like it just gives it an African touch. You know, you can pick it and yeah, this is something different that you would like to say. Yes, I like that. So then you had, how did your book launch go?
It was massive. It was massive. I loved everything about it.
Yes.
We had a good turnout of people.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a blessing.
Yes.
For me, it was a blessing. I loved how it went. Everything was really, really good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Now that we are doing like a mini launch right here, I want you to tell the audience what Dawn of Fortune is about. You know, kidogo tu, what is the book about? What topics that does it touch around? What themes does it touch? And then just basically sell Dawn of Fortune to them.
So Dawn of Fortune, in other words, would be, no matter how dark the night is, morning shall still come. It will still rise again. Yes. Of course, the sun. Yes. It would also mean there is light at the end of the tunnel. So that's what Dawn of Fortune is mainly about. Yes. Yeah. So Dawn of Fortune touches two things. One is on early marriages, and two is on love. Yes. So on early marriages, you know, since 2001. Yes. In Kenya, FGM and early marriages have been illegal. Yes. But that's not to mean that it doesn't happen. Exactly. These things are still happening in many communities. Exactly. In 2017, there was a study done by UNICEF. You know what they found? Northern Kenya has the leading number of child marriages in Kenya. Yes. Northern Kenya. It's followed by Coast and Nyanza in that order. So that goes to, by the way, there's also Central Kenya. You know, there are places you don't expect to have these cases. Exactly. But they're there. Parents, you know, Kenya is one of the poor countries. Of course, we are the third world country. Yes. So you find that most families, or rather, if it's not a cultural thing, most families are not doing so well financially. So they feel like, you know, marrying our daughter off is one of the ways to gain income. Yes. So it becomes a financial issue. It becomes a financial issue. Yes. And others, it's a cultural issue, whereby their cultures, where they believe, you know, the girl child is just undermined. The girl child doesn't have to study as much as the boy child. Yes. So what they end up doing is that before the age of 18, a girl has to be married off. She needs to go bear children. Yes. You know. So what Dawn of Fortune comes to tell you, you know what? You don't have to marry. Your job is not just to be born, get married, you know, and die in your village. Yes. In your village as you bear children, you know. Exactly. You as a girl, you know, sometimes you just have to break cultures, because what you find with Dawn of Fortune, it's a family. It's more of a cultural thing, where they believe the girl child has to get married and all that. Yeah. So our lead character, Ami, just breaks the norm. Exactly. And she decides, guess what? I'm not getting married. I would just rather leave this place, forget my parents for some time, and just go study, because that's what I want to do. Exactly. She doesn't want to get married. Yes. So for the girl child out there who thinks that because it's a cultural thing, I have to get married, you don't have to get married. Exactly. Go out there, study, you know. Love is a beautiful thing. It needs to be experienced in a special way. You cannot be forced into a marriage and tell me that you're having fun with your marriage. Exactly. You're enjoying your marriage. It doesn't work like that. Yes. So that's what Dawn of Fortune tells. It touches on now the early marriages. It also touches on on love.
Yes, on love.
Love, like I said, is a beautiful thing.
True.
But it's a beautiful thing when shared the right way with the right person.
Yes.
And of course at the right time.
Yes.
You know. So it also goes to tell you that love is not a bed of roses. It's a beautiful thing, but it's not a bed of roses. There are so many ups and downs in it. Sometimes you're on cloud 9, other times you're diving with the sharks.
Yes.
Not too pretty, you know. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Amazing. I like that. I hope that you guys are going to get yourselves a copy. How much is a copy going?
A copy goes for 1,000 bob.
Yes, just 1,000 bob, guys, and you're going to get yourself a read of a lifetime. You're going to remember this story for a lifetime. I was perusing through, you know, reading the back. I'm triggered. Like, I already want to start reading and know what is happening. So for just 1,000 bob, you can grab yourself a copy. Where can they get the books at?
Nuria Bookshop.
Yes.
It's along Moy Avenue.
Yes.
Behind Nation Center.
Yes.
Yes.
So behind the Nation Center, Nuria Bookshop, you can be able to get yourself a copy. Is there an online platform where they can be able to order the book?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we have my Twitter handle. That's Wanjiru Thuku. That's my Twitter handle.
Yes.
The other, my Facebook is Purity Murage Thuku. Yeah.
Yes. So you can be able to get in touch with her, Purity Murage Thuku, on Facebook, and at Wanjiru Thuku on Twitter. You can be able to get to her. She can, of course, be able to direct you, tell you they can deliver the book. But at just 1,000 bob, you're going to get yourself an amazing, amazing book. So please go ahead and do just that. Okay. As we conclude, future plans. Now that I know there are some poems that are lying somewhere, you know, that are supposed to be published into a book. Yeah. What are you working on, or where are we expecting to see you in a couple of years?
In a couple of years, yeah. First of all, Dawn of Fortune, I am just getting trouble with my readers. Yes. Because they want a season 2 of the book.
Yes. Why not? We would
seriously, they want a season 2 of the book.
Yes.
So
we would love it.
I know I am torn between poetry because I really want to do poetry also. Yes. So I'm torn between going fast with the poetry or going with the Dawn of Fortune, because there's so much trouble with this book right now. Yes. Guys want season 2 of the book. Yeah. Yes. They want a continuation of the book. Yeah.
I think we would love it. I think I should be among those people. Well, we should be wanting a season 2, and then of course a collection of poems, because I know you have done a number of them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I want you to get a chance at least to say thank you to the people who you know, were in the process of compiling this book, or just on this camera. Just say thank you to them. Of course, say hi to the kids, hubby, and just because I know they were part of the process of helping you put Dawn of Fortune together. So this is your chance to say.
So first of all, a big shout out to my husband. He has been the biggest support system to me. Yeah. He has made my work very easy with the book. I am really, really thankful. Also a big shout out to my kids. They give me peace. Of course, I have some twin boys. They're very young, but they gave me peace. I was able to write the book. Yeah. Also a big shout out to my publisher, Alex Nderito. Yes. I am so grateful. Nuria Bookshop, asante sana. You've done a good job with the book. Also to my readers, I am really thankful. There's one person who told me to send a shout out. That's Violet Muthoni of Heart Clinic, Hurlingham. Baraka sana, and all of you guys. I really hope you get to grab your copy at the Nuria Bookshop, or just contact me. I'll deliver it to you on the go. Thank you so much.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Kiragu James wa Karaoke saying, proud of you, sis. Purity Thuku. Of course, you are doing an amazing, amazing job. I cannot wait. Please, guys, get yourself a copy. But that will be it from us, from our launch number 1. We are wrapping up, but please do get yourself a copy of Dawn of Fortune, and you're going to love it. Someone else is saying, Daniel is saying, poised and knowledgeable. I agree, right? Sir Martin KE is saying, composed. We like that. We like that. Miriam Juki is saying, good morning, Art and Culture Monday family. Good morning to you too. I hope that you are doing amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Purity, for coming here, for being here, and for sharing this amazing book with us. I promise that we're going to buy. That we're going to actually buy and read it and have fun well at it. Okay, so you guys please go ahead and do